What is up, everybody? It's AnimeUproar here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be diving back into the action-packed insanity of the Black Clover Spade Kingdom war arc. Asta is now stronger than ever before, and he may have just unlocked the most overpowered ability in all of Black Clover, Anti-Mana Zone. Full power Asta is fighting it out with the strongest devils that we've seen so far in the story, and the stakes are massive, so let's get into it. If you guys enjoy our Black Clover videos and you want us to keep it going, just leave a like and a comment. It only takes a second, but it actually does help a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you're new to the channel, or maybe you watch our videos regularly, but you haven't taken the time to subscribe yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You simply can't trust YouTube to show you our videos unless you subscribe, hit that bell, and select the option that says all. By the way, huge thank you to our AnimeUproar patrons for supporting our channel and making content like this possible. I'll talk more about Patreon at the end of the video, but for now, please be advised that this video will contain Black Clover manga spoilers. Please proceed with caution, you have been warned. The latest installment of the story starts off with Finral saying that Asta decided to run headfirst into the Spade Kingdom castle ahead of the other Black Bulls. That is exactly what we've come to expect from Asta by now, and let me tell you, it is definitely a good thing that Asta decided to rush in, because if he showed up even a moment later, Noct would probably be dead. Instead, Asta managed to save Noct by cutting off Nama's arm, and then he protectively placed himself between Noct and the two devils. We then see 𝕔𝕚𝕚𝕚 crying and begging Noct not to die, because apparently if he dies, then the devils that he made a contract with will also be in danger. Seeing 𝕔𝕚𝕚𝕚 cry over Noct like that was both sad and kind of adorable, and you just know that 𝕔𝕚𝕚𝕚 and the other three devils have an emotional connection to Noct. This isn't just a contract of convenience, as is the case with most other devil users and their devils. Noct and his devils seem to actually care about each other. I'm not sure what exactly 𝕔𝕚𝕚𝕚 meant when he said that if Noct dies, then his devils won't be safe. But I am interested in learning more about that. Maybe that depends on the nature of the contract itself, because I definitely can't see Lucifer dying if Dante is ever killed. Lilith and Nama even said that Dante was just Lucifer's toy, so I'm like 200% sure that if Dante died, Lucifer would be just fine. This whole exchange between 𝕔𝕚𝕚𝕚 and Noct reminded me that we still have a lot to learn about the connection between devils and devil users. And there is a lot to learn about how exactly that relationship works. Now, Noct is of course happy that Asta is finally here because he believes that Asta will turn out to be the key to defeating the devils and the Dark Triad. But Noct says that he and his own life don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. No matter what happens to Noct in the end, as long as the Dark Triad is defeated, he will be happy. He's basically telling Asta not to focus on helping him, but to focus on the battle, and if Noct dies, then it's no big deal. But Asta shuts down that line of thinking real quick. He tells Noct that his life most certainly does matter, because if it hadn't been for him, Asta would never have gotten this strong. So Asta wants Noct to live and to see the full extent of Asta's new power. A power that would have been impossible to attain without Noct's help. Ever since his brother died, Noct felt that he should have been the one to die instead of Morgan. He blamed himself for his brother's death, and he felt that the good, kind, and noble brother died, and the selfish, unworthy, and dishonorable brother lived. Noct seems to have believed that dying in battle as a magic knight was the only way to make up for his tragic decision to summon Lucifugus, the tragic decision that led to the death of his brother. So basically, Noct's entire purpose in life since Morgan's death has been to atone for his sins by sacrificing his own life in a noble way for a good cause. Noct seems to have felt that this was the only way to stop himself from feeling that terrible guilt that he has felt every day since his brother died. And that must be why during this battle against the devils, Noct has repeatedly and frequently talked about sacrificing himself. It's like he already made the decision to sacrifice his life ahead of time, and he was just looking for the right opportunity. But Asta is trying to tell him that the purpose of his life isn't to die in this battle. His purpose is to live and do good in this life, things that matter and things that will make a difference in the fight against evil. And of course, this includes training Asta and allowing him to attain such a great level of power. And in this moment, Noct sees his own brother Morgan in Asta. Asta is exactly the type of selfless, honorable, and heroic person that his brother was. Even though Asta never met Morgan, his spirit and his attitude embodies the essence of who Morgan was. And so, in a metaphorical sense, a new morning, a new Morgan, has arrived. However, Asta quickly reminds us that his new epic power-up does have one serious limitation. 1 minute has already passed since he first entered his Devil Union mode, and that means that he now only has 4 minutes left to defeat both Lilith and 𝕚𝕚 before his time runs out and he has to let go of the Devil Union mode. But far from looking defeated, Lilith and 𝕚𝕚 are ecstatic. In all the hundreds of years that they spent in the underworld, they never had this much fun. They've never encountered such an interesting challenge, and they can't wait to unleash their full power against Asta. Meanwhile, inside of Asta, Liebe is fully conscious and he has a wide grin on his lips. Liebe clearly recognizes Lilith and 𝕚𝕚, and he says that he never thought that he would meet them again in this world. This confirms the fan theory that Liebe knows Lilith and 𝕚𝕚 from before, from back when he still lived in the underworld. And this little fact makes the upcoming fight even more interesting. This is no longer just a fight between Asta and some random devils. These two devils likely bullied and abused Liebe in the early stages of his life. So now this fight is personal. It is about revenge. That personal connection between Liebe and the devils raises the stakes even further, and it gives Liebe additional motivation. But this also means that Liebe could lose his cool during the battle and do something rash. Something that might hurt his and Asta's chances of winning the fight. Hopefully not, but you never know because Liebe spent so many years focusing on his hatred against the devils and plotting his revenge. Lilith and 𝕚𝕚 then launched their Devil Ice and Devil Fire magic directly at Asta, but Asta uses Black Hurricane to cut through and dispel both magic attacks. Asta then chases after Lilith and 𝕚𝕚, trying to slash them with the Demon Dweller's sword, but the two devils are extremely fast. They are able to dodge Asta while at the same time pursuing him as a predator stalks its prey. Rather than being scared of Asta after seeing what his anti-magic can do, Lilith and 𝕚𝕚 are just having fun and playing a game to see who can kill Asta first. After realizing that his current strategy isn't working and being aware that he has to end this battle as soon as possible, Asta pulls out the Demon Slayer and Demon Destroyer swords. But here's the thing. Asta's Demon Destroyer sword looks different now. It's as if the sword itself has gone through a power-up along with Asta. It seems that the Devil Union mode is having a real physical effect on the sword as well. And not only does the Demon Destroyer sword look very different, it also somehow manages to negate all the magic in the immediate area, including of course the magic of Lilith and 𝕚𝕚. The two devils are confused about what happened. How did their Devil Ice and Devil Fire magic just disappear? And while they're standing around confused, Asta grabs the Demon Slayer's sword with his other hand and slices through 𝕚𝕚's body. On that crazy and potentially game-changing note, the chapter ends. Whoa! Does this mean that Asta unlocked the ability to create some sort of anti-mana zone with the help of the Demon Destroyer sword? So instead of being able to manipulate all the mana in the surrounding area as with a traditional mana zone ability, Asta is able to instantly negate all of the mana in the surrounding area. That would be so insane and so overpowered. And you better believe that anyone who encounters this ability for the first time would be caught off guard and thoroughly confused. Which of course allows Asta to take advantage of that brief confusion and attack, and that is exactly what he did to 𝕚𝕚. Wow, what an amazing fight this has already been. But we know that it can't go on for long because of how limited Asta's time is. So, does this mean that Asta has already defeated 𝕚𝕚 and now he just needs to take down Lilith? Or is defeating these highest ranked devils going to be more complicated than that? Like, for example, is it possible that Lilith and 𝕚𝕚 can somehow survive being cut by anti-magic by regenerating extremely fast? Or can they maybe fuse into a single devil since they do appear to be twins and maybe part of one greater whole? Personally, I don't know how this battle is going to play out, but I can't wait to find out. And of course, even if Asta is able to destroy both of these devils in the very next chapter, don't forget that he still has to take out the Dark Triad and any other potential devils who emerge from the Tree of Qliphotht in less than 4 minutes. There is no way that he can do all that in less than 4 minutes, so this battle is likely going to continue for some time. I'm guessing that Asta and Liebe will probably be forced to return to normal for a while, and then they might be able to enter Devil Union mode again later on. Either way though, Asta's new power-up is so freaking hype. And the fact that he might just have unlocked some sort of anti-mana zone is just huge. This new power is an absolute game changer, but as powerful as Devil Union is, that 5-minute time limit is a serious limitation, especially in a massive battle like this, which includes like hundreds of combatants. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you like Asta's insane Devil Union power-up, and do you think that he just unlocked some sort of anti-mana zone? And if so, do you think that he will be able to crush all of these devils on his own? Or is his time going to run out before that happens? Hit me up with your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this Black Clover video and you want to see more Black Clover content right here on the channel, you know what to do. Leave that like. It only takes a second, but it helps a lot. And if you're new to the channel, or maybe you watch our videos but you haven't subscribed yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. A big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons for making videos like this one possible. Special thank you to the 2 disciples of Lord Fuego himself, Alpha Sigma and the red-haired Raven. And I can't forget all of our The One tier patrons, the ones who rise above all other clans, including 𝕔𝕚𝕚, A Quiet Respect, Pate Heffa, Liam Thompson, Aljatal, Dr. Courtman, Dustin Scarlet, The Toasted Chi, Bang, Emperor Otaku, Spidey Life Tanel, Baked Buddhist, Tungsten Tarkus, and Yuno. Finally, thank you also to our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Steelers, Angel Cruz, Anatoly Kazatsky, Cricket XP, Rathuin Deora, Very Gucci, Alicia Octor, Bonnie Parks, Hinokami and Water, Joanne Garcia, Ted No Ted, iSparky65, Jessica LaFond, Fatboy Games, Deadly Saint, and Soul Ray Slice and Dice. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value to you, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single $1 gives you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos, along with these legendary people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys!